Hey Jonesy Babes and Anonymous Jonesy Babes, welcome back to my channel. So I'm not sure if you guys heard about the Devil's Den double homicide case. If not, let's talk about it. The timeline of the incident starts when the first call came into Washington County EMS a little bit before 2:30 p.m. reporting a possible assault, according to scanner audio obtained by the news outlet. Shortly after, law enforcement officers responded to the scene to search for a possible suspect and victims. Less than an hour into the search, officials searching the trails heard screams from a distance. By the time they caught up to the family, it was too late. The couple who was unalived were ID'd as Clinton, 43, and Kristen Brink, 41. They were hiking with their two young daughters at the time of the attack, police confirmed. We found the victims down here, responders are heard singing in the audio. They're on the lower Devil's Den trails where I've got two bodies. The news outlet received a tip about a large police presence and investigation at Devil's Den around 4:30 p.m. on July 26th. They immediately reached out to law enforcement, including the Washington County Sheriff's Office and ASP, but they were repeatedly redirected or offered no information. Now, while on the scene, news reporter Bo Russell was told to leave by state troopers, and they too did not provide information on the reason for the law enforcement presence. At 8:40 p.m., 6 hours after the first call, ASP released a statement about a manhunt for the suspect. The news outlet asked the agency why there was a 6-hour difference between receiving the report of the deaths and sending a public statement that there was a possible suspect on the loose. Officials said the mix of the remote location and the time it took to arrive on scene and gather information explained the lapse in time. The location is in a remote area in Arkansas, and ASP spokesperson said it took time for our special agents to arrive on scene, locate witnesses, conduct interviews, and collaborate information, so we released the appropriate information. In that release, officials confirmed a double homicide investigation was underway after two were found deceased on a walking trail at Devil's Den Park. ASP also ID'd the victims. The couple, who had recently moved to the area from another state, was hiking with their two young daughters when they reportedly was attacked. Okay, so that's just a little background and timeline of the situation. The teacher accused of unaliving a couple in front of their kids at Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas last week showed no emotion and barely spoke a word as he was ordered held without bail at his first court appearance Friday morning. Andrew James McGann, 28, stood motionless before a judge in Washington County Courthouse, wearing black and white striped jail scrubs, shackles, and his mop of curly hair during the brief hearing where he was flanked by his lawyer and the judge told him his rights. Andrew was assigned a public defender to represent him in the case, and he was held without bail. He's due to be arraigned on August 25th on 2 counts of capital murder. Andrew is accused of unaliving Kristen Amanda Brink, 41, and Clinton David Brink, 43, in front of their daughters ages 7 and 9 on July 26. He was arrested 5 days later at a salon while he was in the middle of getting a haircut. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders talked about the tragic unalivings during an interview on Fox and Friends early Friday morning, but praised the Brink parents as heroes for ensuring their daughters weren't harmed during the attack. It looks very much like the husband wanted to first protect his wife and daughters, Huckabee Saunders said. She got them to safety and then came back to help. And both of these parents, unfortunately, senselessly, were unalive. They did so protecting their daughters in such a miraculous way, the governor said. We can never imagine the difficulty and the pain these two girls would go through, but they get to know that their parents died as heroes protecting them, she said. The governor noted that Andrew would not see the light of day for a very long time. The Prairie Grove family had been on a walk in the park when a knife-wielding McGann attacked them. The dad attempted to fight Andrew off while the mom took the girls to safety before coming back to try to help her husband. Andrew was tracked to Lapita's Beauty Salon in Springdale, roughly 35 miles away from the park, after his black 2022 Kia Stinger was spotted parked outside the salon. Hairstylist Adriana Ruiz Avalos said Andrew unsettled her, but she started his haircut anyway before 3 detectives showed up mid-trim and arrested the suspect. Andrew was tied to the crime through DNA left at the scene. I had an eerie feeling about him, Adriana told the news. He looked soulless. Washington County Prosecutor Brandon Carter has said his office will give the jury the option to sentence Andrew McGann to DP. This is a tragedy. This guy, Andrew, is a nutcase. A family walking in the park, okay? Devil's Den Park. You know, he starts attacking. The mom, she got her girls to safety, came back to help the husband. Both of them are gone because of him. I'm so glad the mom, got the girls to safety. But those girls, they're going to go through it for a very long time. They're going to need a lot of counseling. Why would you do that? It's just so many evil people in this world. A family minding their own business, walking in the park. And here comes this guy attacking them. Well, that's all I have right now about this case. There's going to be more things being updated. So as it gets updated, I'll let you guys know. But I will be on this as well. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later.